Hi everyone, this is Deborah, and today I'm going to be continuing on with my quilt that I'm doing using these vintage linens and doilies. It's been a couple of days since I last did some of this because I've been busy with other things around the house and I've got black paint all over my hands. If you see some, I've been painting my front veranda rail with black spray paint, so that hasn't been great. Well, it turned out great except for the black paint that's all over me. However, what I did, my battery ran out and that's why I had to stop when I was doing it last time, and I couldn't wait to see what it looked like. So I ended up cutting this one, and I've got another one done, so I'll show you how I cut that one. I've made a decision. I don't like this on the back. I'm going to put a full back on. Once I've joined the squares together, I will put just that same fabric. I'm hoping I have enough in a full back, and then I will quilt just between each of the squares to attach it, and I think that's going to work out a lot better. So obviously I've done it with that one, and I've done it with this one, which I've sewn it all down. The other thing that I didn't think about, which I'll just grab this back and show you, is that I'm going to have a 1/2 inch seam allowance on each of the edges, and so therefore anything in that 1/2 inch barrier here will be caught in the seam, or it will be caught with the binding that's going over the top. I need to remember that. Now luckily this one here, I've managed to get the girl's head in the position that she won't get caught in the seam, but one of the flowers will, just the top of it. I just have to live with that. It's done now. I'm not taking it apart. Here's the other one that I've done. In fact, I thought I did two. I think I've got another one ready to go. And I wanted to show you how I'm going to cut these down. But obviously, because I've used all of, put the stuff on the side, I can no longer see the white underneath. However, if I put my ruler on here, I will be able to see it. So I'll get that out of the way because I want to use that bit again possibly. I did replace my blade, so I've got a fresh cutting blade. And what else I noticed when I had a look back at the little part of the first part of the video I did was that I had something on my mat, but I was turning it manually. I forgot to use it. I haven't used this mat much, and I'm sure that when I do, I'll probably be looking to turn every mat that I'm on after that. But let's just see how this goes if I cut this down to the 11.5 inches. Now I'd really like to be able to line it up somewhat with the one that's already there, which is kind of here like this. I don't suppose it matters that much if I don't, as long as I'm getting all of the stuff in. So let's just cut this, and that goes through like butter, as it should, with the new blade in. I don't know if I have any tidy up to do once I've cut this. We'll just see when it's all off what it looks like. And there you go. How pretty is that? I will probably sew this down. I may even put something on top of it. I don't know if you saw this one. I've got to catch that down too, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it like it is. So that's my second one, and the plan will be to put them together like this with a binding strip down the center. So that's not going to happen today, but in a future video I will show you that. I have another one ready to go. Now this one I don't have the backing on, which is what I'm going to do from now on. And this is kind of like stage one, if you like, of what I've done. And I've just noticed that that's come away, so I'm going to have to pull this down a bit. Reset this because I didn't put enough pins in it clearly. And I'll probably have to change that out. Put something else there. Maybe a piece of this that I just cut off. That will go well there. Now this will get cut off, I know that, but I like this design here. And in the next one, I'm going to try because it's hard for me not to be so linear. I'm going to do maybe some crossways things or something. I'll get one out and do that in a moment. So I found some lovely pieces of linen that I've had in my stash that would lend itself to that. So that will come off once I've sewn it, and then I'll cut it. So this has got to go to the sewing machine. I'll just roll that up, pop that there. I've got another one prepped with just the white on top, and I'll find those pieces that I wanted to use. Oh, that's right, I was going to use my lace. So I've got this gorgeous lace here, which is just beautiful. Look at that. Now I might put that one in the center actually. That might be the place to put that. I'm going to find a few other little trinkets and things that I know I've got. I just have to find them. They're probably in a box marked special pieces or something, knowing me. And I've got more lace here. No shortage of lace. Now, I said I was going to put that on an angle, didn't I? And then I didn't. Like I said, it's very hard for me. I like things to be linear. You know, what can I say? Now, when I put them on, I have to make sure that all of it's overlapped so that when I put the next piece on, I don't have gaps there. So I'll have to move this one down a bit, which, yes, that means getting, you know, cutting that lace off, doesn't it? Okay, I don't suppose it matters if it's not all the way. I can put something up here, can't I? Yeah, definitely put something up here. And then I had more, this one, which I used last time, which I can tuck underneath here so that you can't see that raw edge. Not that it really matters that much, but I am trying to hide those raw edges. And I've got a whole bunch of lace here as well. I think that'll look pretty just with the lace going across it, hopefully. Hopefully it'll work out. Guess we'll see when I've stitched it all down. I just overlap them a little bit like that too. And what else have I got on here? I probably need something in this colour. So if I put everything in that one colour, it's going to, with that, it's not going to look that great, is it? In fact, I think I'm going to move that because I haven't put it all the way, and I decided I don't want to put a little bit up at the end. Some of this. Is that same one? Oh, okay. Oh, well, I don't suppose it matters if I've got the same one. I'll put that on. And again, that can go over the top to stop that. I threaded my lace onto my bobbins. I've got a whole heap of these vintage bobbins, and I do have them, you know, in various places for display, but I've got that many of them that I thought I may as well thread the lace onto them. And of course, then I found some more bobbins today, but I thought, oh, I've run out of bobbins now. So what I did is I've got a heap of embroidery hoops, and I wrapped them around the embroidery hoop instead. Thought that would be the way to go. Now, if you're wondering if it took me hours to do that, the answer is no, because I cheated by not fully wrapping them from the beginning to the end, but I layered them up like this and then wrapped them. Bit of a cheat, bit of a hack, I should say, not a cheat. Okay. I think that's looking quite nice. And I'm liking the cream, all cream. So when I want to wrap it back up, I just have to do that, and it makes it fairly simple. Again, I've already got that one, but I'm going to put a little bit more up there. Now, I know that's going to get cut off in the thing, so I might turn it the other way so that I've got the lacy bit like that. Obviously, I'm going to have to pin all this on in order for it not to move when I get to the machine. It won't take long, I don't think. I'll just pin one end. I think that should work okay. And I need another one more piece. One. Let's find one more piece. Have I got that one? Yes. I think that's really pretty. Now this is the bit that I cut off on the other one, so I could actually put this here, or maybe down here. Maybe, what's it look like up here? I think that's better actually up there. I'm not going to cut that off because I think it would look funny if that was cut off. I just prefer to layer it up, and I know that I'm going to get like that much. It'll only show that bit there, but I don't mind that. I need something here, and then maybe some other things on top as well. Some of these things are really falling apart because these are the ones that I made that curtain with, and when I pulled it apart, some of them haven't come apart terribly well. But look at that beautiful tatty edge there. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Well, I think it's gorgeous. And this is beautiful too. Look at that. I'll use that on the next one maybe. I do have this. Oh, this is a little long one. That's really cute too. Might have to use all of that like it is. Maybe it's a centerpiece. I think that's going there. I'm going to be brave and put something else on an angle. I don't know, does anyone else have that issue? Where, you know, even in my junk journaling, I find it hard to put things on angles. It's a bit strange, but I just don't know why it is. It just happens that way. I'm just looking for something else, a bit of scrap maybe that I can put, like this bit of scrap here that could go up here. Put that under there like that. Okay. So as I said, I'm getting a few together, and then I'll take them to the machine and sew them and cut them. So what have I got? I've got 3 now, and then reuse the bits that get cut off as I go. For now, thanks for watching. This is Deborah. Cheers.